not feeling so good today, man.
You have a hangover.
Got a bit of a hangover. Spent, I think I was in Vegas. I think it was in Vegas last night.
You know what? That's our new movie for this week, and I can't wait to go see it.
Warner Brothers came out with a new movie, Hangover, and if you've seen the trailers, it's hilarious. I can't wait to see this movie either. So let's set aside the hangover. Let's talk about the fist fights. We've got the Ultimate Combat Experience coming at you this week, and we're outdoors right here at the Ultimate Combat Training Center in the parking lot. And speaking of a party, it's a party when Hank Weiss shows up. Hank Weiss is in the main event. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Damian Nelson, fighting out of Team Unbreakable. And, you know, both of them at 205, and they're excited to fight tonight.
Now, Team Unbreakable has proven themselves to be unbreakable. Aaron Garcia does a great job with those guys down there. You're going to see a whole night of unbreakable guys breaking stuff here at the Ultimate Combat Experience. And then afterward, we're going to go get ourselves a hangover. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. In your lightweight division, got a kid that I think could really go a long way in this game. Robert McCollum, training over there with Team Unbreakable. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Travis Robison, and I see Bird Dog in his corner bringing him out, so I'm...
All right, well, that's like having the devil in your pocket, man. It's not fair. You got Bird Dog in your corner. Lightweight nose bar. Check it out. Now, they call this kid Travis Robison Hatred, but he's one of those guys that you just can't help but like. And similarly here, Robert McCollum, he's got a bit of an infectious energy about him. He trains really hard. His coach, Aaron Garcia, is really big on this kid. And, you know, as I said, I think he's really got a tremendous upside.
Oh, he is. 5'9", 156 pounds, fighting with Team Unbreakable. Now, Aaron Garcia said, this guy came to me when he didn't know nothing, and he's really trying to groom. He listens, and he's really excited to have him on his team.
You can't help but just love when you see those guys come through the gym, because, you know, it just helps the whole team get better. Now, Travis Robison is a similar type of kid, man. I love being around the guy. He's a positive kid. I don't know how he's got this nickname of Hatred, because he's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He's polite. He's nice. He's a good kid, but maybe he just wants a different persona. I don't know.
I don't know.
In the ring.
See right here, we're outdoors at the Ultimate Combat Training Center in the parking lot right here. It's our own front yard, and you can see that the neighbors are gathering around to see some guys punch each other in the face tonight.
It is so fun. And Robert McCollum, I heard Aaron Garcia talking to him before the fight, saying,
nice takedown.
Oh, beautiful. I heard him talking about, you know what, you've won all your fights so far with submission. Tonight, I want to see you take a ground and pound or knockout.
All right, well, you see right there, he's well on his way to that with a very nice body lock and takedown, and now he's working on position, very patiently so, I might add, against the kid he's a game competitor in Travis Robison. Now, Travis is not just going to roll over and play dead for you. He's going to make you work for it.
Yeah. And if I see it right, this is something that the Team Unbreakable guys love, is to trap that arm in between your legs and have your face right there so it can pound on you. So.
It's like Christmas come early for them, boy. You just got to wind up and pound away at somebody's face. And he's trying to do it. Travis not quite giving him that opportunity. But you see right here, once again, Robert McCollum not getting impatient, taking his time. He's working on maybe moving to a different position.
Yeah, you see old Bird Dog in the corner there.
There you go.
Yep, there it is. That's the trap right there.
That's what he was after, as Robert McCollum. He wasn't able to maintain it for very long, but he got a couple of shots in there, and looked like he tried to step over and take mount, but Travis Robison aware of that and blocking it with his knee.
Looks like Bird Dog, a brand new kind of his corner man for the night. I understand they go up and
they work
snowboard.
Together.
Yeah,
they work together.
He sees them up there at
Brighton Ski Resort. Yeah.
Says, I'm going to be in your corner tonight. I'm going to help you win.
Well,
but you know what? Oh, man. Robert McCollum just looking so good.
It's unfortunate. You can have Bird Dog in your corner, but he can't do the fight for you. And, you know, boy, a Bird Dog would be one of those kids that just hates to be underneath, and getting that arm trapped in right there, that would just make Bird Dog very, very angry.
Man, how do you like this? We got Robert McCollum fighting on his 20th birthday. Today's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. And what a way to celebrate it, and slamming someone in his face with your elbows. Is that fast motion there, Tony? That looks
no, that's fast motion for him. These guys are just, look, he said, I'm going to get you down. I'm going to get you in a ground and pound. And
playing the drums on the face of Travis Robison is Robert McCollum. And, you know, Dave Seisted had seen enough.
And that is it. And that is exactly what Aaron Garcia wanted to see out of his fighter.
That, you know, they drew it up on the chalkboard and they executed it nicely. And Travis is a good sport. He's, like I said, he's a great kid and he'll be back. In fact, I heard Tail that he wants to fight again next week.
Yes, he does. In fact, he has a guy named Daniel Good on his list. So
okay.
He wants to.
Is a good-looking kid. So, all right, Robert McCollum getting a big win tonight on his 20th birthday. Hopefully, we'll see him back here real soon. Tyler Ayers Law Firm is a proud sponsor of the UCE. Call them for legal help at 255-5555.
Well, Travis, I know that's not what you really came out here to do, but it looked like you just got tired out and then just got beat up on the ground.
Yeah, it happens. I've been training about 9 months, which is my stupid fault, but he was an awesome opponent. Really hard punches. I love fighting, so, you know, I had a great time, and you'll see me again.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, you know, the saying here tonight is, tonight you were good, just not good enough. Is there anybody else you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors. It's a Traditional Roots Tattoo, FCKcancer.com, O'Neill, and Kevin Westenbarger Photography.
Well, good job, man. I hope to see you real soon.
I'll be back next Friday. I already got a fight lined up.
Sweet. We'll see you next week.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Beehive Bail Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Team Unbreakable gets another win tonight, as usual. Good job, good job. What are your thoughts on the fight?
It was really good. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to make a statement that, you know, I can fight. I'm not just going to get gassed out in the first round like my last fight. I'm real happy with it. I'm excited.
Good, good. And you brought a lot of fans tonight, I can see. Did that make a big difference in your game?
Oh, you can't lose in front of your fans.
Never. Cool. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank?
Well, the main man here, Coach Trainer Aaron Garcia. Anybody wants to train with Team Unbreakable, call him 801-691-4035. He's the man. I need to thank all my sponsors, Sequoia Motorsports, Victor's Graphics, Solid Rock, El Margarito, For Los Amigos, and Outback Graphics.
All right, congratulations, good job. We hope to see you again.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. Team Unbreakable's in the house. We ain't going nowhere.
Travis Robison might have the devil in his pocket, but Robert McCollum, my goodness, this kid, again, he's a prospect.
Oh, yeah. Robert McCollum, one of Team Unbreakable's top guys. They really put a lot of heart and soul into him, and you can see what he has.
Well, I hope we see this kid make that next step to the next level, because he really could get there. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your middleweight division, you got a guy that looks like he's chipped out of stone, Wes Spivey. This kid is really, he's a physical specimen, going up against a guy that doesn't look that way. Eddie Hernandez. What do you know about these two?
Well, Eddie Hernandez seen Wes Spivey fought in our last underage show, and he said, man, I want to fight that kid. And so there's something about Eduardo Hernandez. He's been watching this kid. He's been
well, it says a lot about Eddie that he wants the challenge. He sees this kid, he sees how tough he is, and he wants to get in there and mix it up with him.
Yeah, he does. And so he says, you know what, I'm a little shorter. I know what my game plan is going to be. So
let's expound on it. You're a little shorter. You're not quite as, yeah, all right, with middleweight nose bar, check it out. There is nothing about this Wes Spivey kid that would make me want to step into the cage with him. He is physical, tough-looking kid, and when we've seen him fight, he's just been so dominant. I don't know what Eddie Hernandez is thinking.
It is. He's 6'0", 185 pounds, again with Team Unbreakable, and he's called the pretty boy.
Well, you know, I guess pretty is a subjective thing, and this is a face that only mom could love right here, El Cuate, Eduardo Hernandez. You know, gosh, I just love this kid, man. He's such a hard worker, and he wants the challenge, and I love it. He's in here to fight a guy twice his size, seemingly.
El Cuate meaning the twin. He's a twin.
Okay, well,
and so that's his.
He was the Danny DeVito twin. He's fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger tonight.
No, he is. In fact, talking to Aaron Garcia, he said Wes Spivey came to him with a pretty good wrestling background, but the first day he ever took jiu-jitsu, he did a lot of weightlifting, but the first day he came in jiu-jitsu class, he just got choked out left and right, and he said, what is this jiu-jitsu thing? And
well, that's, you know, I think that story could be told by just about anybody who tried jiu-jitsu for the first time, especially if they went to any type of reputable gym, because, boy, it's just so deceiving. You know, you just don't know you're in trouble, and all of a sudden your arm is being ripped from your shoulder, or your head's being removed from your neck. So, you know, it was an eye-opener, and certainly you can see that Wes Spivey has bought into the system.
Yes.
And right there, beautiful underhooks. Ooh. Oh, almost got the takedown. El Cuate doing a great job and not giving up that takedown.
Exactly, and look at the height difference too. And man,
who's pressing the action?
Yes.
That is great.
El Cuate has really come. He's really coming together. He's putting his kicks together. He's putting his punch combinations together.
You know what he does really well is he slips punches. You know, look, you think you're going to hit him, and he just moves his head at the last moment, and you really never connect really well on him. Oh, nice
look at that
job there of slipping the throw. He just didn't quite know what to do when he got past it.
And a beautiful knee.
Beautiful knee, but he didn't secure the position, which was
right.
You know, that's unfortunate, because really he found himself. He had the back of Wes Spivey, and you know, had he known to just get on him and sink his hooks in, he might have. Could have done something here.
Man, you can see those welts just forming on his leg there, and that just goes to show you how much power he really has. He's been packing in those kicks.
You know, Eddie Hernandez, good on his feet, but suspect on the ground. Those are the wells you're mentioning right there on the leg of Wes Spivey, but he really got connected on with that leg kick.
Well, that's not going to feel too good. That's not going to feel good at all.
You know, Wes Spivey doing a good job, though, being patient here. And again, this is kind of, you're looking at Robert McCollum on steroids right here. He's just the same version, just a little bit bigger. And
there they
go.
go.
Doing the same thing right there, trying to isolate that arm. Beautiful work here by the Team Unbreakable guys.
Beautiful.
Eddie Hernandez has got to get out from underneath there. He can't just kind of lay down there, because believe me, eventually they're going to get you if you just kind of hang out there.
Yeah.
He's got to buck. He's got to try to maybe get up, get his hips next to Wes Spivey and roll him through or something. He's got to change where he's at.
So hard with a opponent like that. Is taller, got more leverage.
He's just longer and stronger.
Yeah.
You know, bottom line, you're right. Doing a good job of keeping him close, though, not giving him the space to sit up and really bomb on him. But, you know, again, eventually you're going to find yourself in a little more trouble.
I mean, to Wes' credit, too, I mean, Aaron said when he came in, he had no stand-up, no punching whatsoever. And you know what? Training with those guys, his ground and pound is looking pretty good here.
That's the one thing I can say about the Team Unbreakable guys. They are very well-rounded. They're not just one-faceted, one-dimensional. Their wrestling is good. Their submission is good. Their position is good. Their patience is good. They really understand ring generalship. That round, it was a good round for Eddie Hernandez, I think. I think he should feel very good about that. Got cut underneath, but he's got to be very cautious about that coming up in round number 2 to not let that happen again.
Yeah, I noticed there when he was trying to trap his arm there, Eddie Hernandez's arm is so little that he's trying to trap him between his legs. That's too short. He just slips right out, so it's not working for him.
You're going to trap my nub. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Dave Selly said to get these two guys started. And again, we'll see what happened in the corners here if they were able to make any adjustments. The Superman punch by Eddie Hernandez. It looked like it landed. Oh, man, Eddie trying to go for the knockout kick maybe a little too soon in the round. I don't like seeing that until you got a guy a little bit more flat-footed, a little bit more tired, and as a result, he finds himself back on his back in really unfamiliar territory for him.
Yeah, and just holding on right now, just trying to keep him close to his body, wants to stay away from those elbows. You know, and there he goes, slipping out of that move again.
Yeah. Well, you know, you see a guy walk into the ring wearing boxing trunks, and that's a pretty good clue that he's probably not a ground fighter. I don't know.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job defensively, just making it, keeping his head down. You know,
it appears that way, but to me, you're just delaying the inevitable. As long as you're still down there underneath a kid like that, it's going to happen eventually. And boy, this takedown occurred so early in the round. I'd like to see Wes Spivey try something else, though. I mean, he's been really trying to trap that arm for really 2 rounds, and I'd like to see him go to something else.
Well, I think he knew he was up against a boxer.
Some nice shoulders there.
Yeah, he was up against a boxer, and I think he's thinking, I'm going to take this guy down.
Yeah, but we've been down in this position for quite some time, and again, I'd like to see him kind of maybe try something else, move to something else, but you really can't criticize him because he hasn't found himself in any trouble. Stick with your bread and butter. I guess that would be the other argument you could have for this, but at the same time, let's get the action going. You know?
Yeah.
You're in jeopardy of being stood back up here if you don't make some kind of moves.
And just moving that. Oh, looks like he's going
for a shoulder choke. He's been working for that for a little bit here, but Eddie doing a good job of defending it.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I think had he not made a little bit of strides toward getting that shoulder choke at about this point, Dave Selly said would have stopped and restarted him. But now he's starting to make some progress. He's got to step off to the side here, and that thing will go on nice and tight.
Look at his left eye there. It's starting to swell up. And Eddie's trying to fight this off as best he can.
Eddie's
softening him up.
Eddie's kind of hanging onto that leg there, not letting him step off to the side here.
He's got to.
You just get the feeling once he's able to free that leg, this is going to be over.
Oh, yeah.
And Eddie's got to be cognizant of that. He's got to be looking to roll through or something to get out of here. Those pepper shots to the body, those aren't going to do a whole lot.
No, not there. You lose 40% of your punch power there.
There you go. That's your tap right there.
That's it. Wow.
Wes Spivey, you know, a much more hard-fought battle than he thought he was going to have tonight. He came out here and El Cuate, Eduardo Hernandez, gave him all he could handle for about a round and a half.
What a great victory for the old guy, man. I always say that. I love it. I love seeing these older guys coming in.
Coming in and doing their thing. Wes Spivey, though, getting the big win. And, you know, again, Team Unbreakable showing they've got what it takes to be a top-notch team around here. And I think you're going to really see some moving and shaking out of them here real shortly.
Oh, absolutely. Good job.
Pretty boy.
And Eddie Hernandez has nothing to feel bad about.
No, not at all. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rod Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
Eddie, you know, you went for that big high kick, and after that it looked like it was going to be a nightmare of a fight. Is that what went on in your head in that?
Oh, when I threw that roundhouse kick, that spinning back kick, I thought I was going to connect, but he shot and he took me down, and that's when I was in trouble.
So what are you going to do to make sure that doesn't happen? Not fight somebody that's 7 inches taller than you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to give like 20 more pounds anymore. I'm going to fight a welterweight. And believe me, I'm feeling better. I'm 35 years old. I've never felt better in my life. Believe me, welterweights, you better watch it.
Well, you know what they're saying is here. Tonight you were good, not good enough. Is there anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Wes Spivey. Give it a round of applause to Wes. He's a good fighter. I mean, I've never fought anybody as tough as he is. And I want to thank everybody, Sugarloaf, Lara, Tony, Rachel, everybody that helps me. Mike Stidham for, first of all, for letting me fight. Thanks.
Well, good job. We'll see you soon.
All right.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Dr. Ken Anderson, treating everyday people like $1 million athlete.
Wes, that was a great fight. Congratulations. You fought one of our toughest guys. Was he a little tougher than you expected?
Oh, a lot tougher. I knew he was good on his feet, and I was going to try and stand up with him, but I got caught a couple of times. So you can see it took him to the ground and did it there.
Well, you did a good job, and that was a really fun fight. That was probably the fight of the night so far, I would have to say. So good training again, as usual. Team Unbreakable, you guys do the right stuff there. So what's next for you?
Keep training, keep working real hard, and come back and fight some more. I'm excited.
Cool. Do you have anybody that you would like to fight, or anyone that's on your radar at all?
Just whoever they want to put against me. I'm down for any fight.
All right. Hey, that's good. Well, it's nice to see you. Nice to have you back here again, and I hope to see you soon. We love to have you guys here, as usual, all the time. So we love to see it, and congratulations. Anyone that you need to thank?
Yeah, all of our sponsors, Sequoia, El Marcardito, Comfort Inn, anyone I missed, just all of our sponsors. My coach, Aaron Garcia, all my teammates, my family and friends, everyone come out, and people who support fighting. It's a great sport, and I'm glad I'm here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
And he gave it a hell of a go there, man. He looked pretty tough. Got Wes Spivey hurt for just a minute there.
You know what? The old guys. I like the old guys. Good job, Eddie. I think that's one of your best fights to date.
Oh, without question. He really showed he could hang in there with some of these tougher guys. But Wes Spivey, again, they got some tough kids over there at Unbreakable. And hopefully we see more of them. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your featherweight division, we got a kid that we don't get a chance to see much of him because he's so young. He can't fight in the show all that often, but when he can, he likes to get in there and do it. Kensei Sato, training with the Mushin guys. What do you know about his opponent?
Yeah, I know Augustine Espinoza. He's been fighting almost each and every week. And this is something that Brian Yamasaki and Brandon really have been looking at Augustine, knowing that this day will come. And today's the day.
There we go. Finally, Kensei Sato get in here and mix it up with Augustine Espinoza. Lightweight no holds barred. Check it out. Both these youngsters have a really good energy about them. Both these guys really want to come in here and do their thing. You know, Augustine, the eldest brother of 3 Espinoza brothers. He's the smallest, but he's the oldest and the only one that really speaks English. And he's a pretty funny cat, you know, and it's just been fun getting to know him and his brothers as they've started to fight in the show each and every week.
Yeah, 5'5", 127 pounds, and this guy can't lose anymore, and he can't even gain, you know. It's
he can't gain weight. He works at a restaurant, says he eats like a pig, can't gain any weight, whether how hard he tries. But now Kensei Sato, what a classic Mushin representative this kid is.
Oh, yeah, so humble, comes in the ring, bows, is listening to his coach over there, and he's excited for this because he doesn't get to fight because of his age.
He's a bit of a chip off the old block of Brian Yamasaki over there. He just, you know, he reminds me so much of him, and just very, very humble kid, and he's funny when you get to talk to him. He doesn't want to touch gloves. That's one thing his coach said.
Yeah.
Which I think is poor sportsmanship.
I mean, for crying out loud, he's got a bicep. He's hurt bicep. Look, maybe he didn't
What's he gonna do to you? Well, Brian and I have debated that topic many, many times, and you know they feel that touching gloves is just putting yourself at risk, and you do all the handshaking and all that before you step into the cage. You know, well, I still think it's a gentleman's sport, you know, and there's got to be some gentlemanliness about it. So we'll continue to debate.
Yeah. I think you just see too many. He doesn't want his guys to get clocked out.
Taking
yeah,
a
like,
cheap
nope.
shot kind of stuff, which, you know, I mean, it's too bad that people like that put a bad image on the sport.
Yeah, it does. Both of them feeling each other out and throwing a few kicks, a few jabs, but we're waiting to see some real action here.
Yeah, well, you know, Kensei a very measured approach here. He's not going to try to force anything, and that's one thing I always hear Brian talk to his guys about, you know, about patience and wait for that opening to present itself. And that right there, they let Espinoza come in with kind of a wild flurry, and you see Kensei eager to hook up with some double underhooks here and look to take him down. Yeah, I think really they feel like the only place that they don't superiorly match up next to this kid is outside of clinch standing, you know, because Espinoza does have that dangerous punch.
Yeah, he does.
But they want Kensei in here in a nice tight clinch because they know that Espinoza. Oh, wow, nice head throw takedown by Espinoza.
And that's one thing is I see Espinoza doing in every single one of the fights. He's doing these head throws. He's doing some nice takedowns.
You know, he doesn't secure the position, though, as you saw right there. Kensei able to roll through, and you've got to get out perpendicular and put your hips down and not let somebody do that, and Espinoza did not do that.
Putting him up against the cage there, and we got 1 minute left.
This is one thing that the Espinozas do, I think, a little too much. They just grab onto that head and they just hold on and squeeze, you know. And again, boy, it's just kind of delaying the inevitable because you let a guy like Kensei. Kensei's a pretty good submission artist, and he'll get to you eventually.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see a lot of these guys, especially these. Wow, look at that. He's just really. Who's bleeding?
I'm not sure, but well, it may be Kensei. I don't see any blood coming off of Espinoza's face.
Wow, and he was doing a lot of the punching there.
He sure was.
Wow.
You know, that's the one thing about the Espinozas that makes them dangerous. They just that one shot they can deliver to you because they do have good striking. But right now he's on the receiving end of just a barrage by Kensei Sato. You see our new referee Daniel Grass with his beautifully bleached blonde hair right there. Looking in closely, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, too, letting this action go.
Good job of doing nothing. And that's what we like to see from referees. You know, Kensei, he pops up and you see the blood on his face, but he kind of wears that a bit with a badge of honor. This kid.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
He does bleed easily. You know, I've noticed he's bled in most of his fights that he's had, but, you know, he's not hurt. You know, he just, that's part of what he does.
And I love to see Brandon and Brian in there. They're classic. They do such a good job when they're in the corner.
Tony, concentrate, please.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Tana Maria And I have a crush on her. All right, looks like the folks here at the UCTC having a great time. Come back. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, you missed a pretty action-packed round number one between Kensei Sato and the oldest of three Espinoza brothers here, and little teeny tiny guys fighting it out here, Tony. And before the break, you started to mention it's great to see Brian Yamasaki and Brandon Kaiser in the cage, and then that darn Tana Maria came and interrupted us. But I could not agree with you more.
No, it's so good. I mean, you see some pros right in the corner giving you the right advice, getting you calmed down, getting you ready for the second round here. And And beautiful shot there.
You know, it's kind of funny because those guys are about as knowledgeable about the game as anybody. And it was kind of funny because you get some of these new athletic commission inspectors, and they're back there trying to tell them how to wrap hands. And they're like, well, you know what? We've wrapped a lot of hands in our time. I'm not really sure you guys know what you're talking about.
It looks like he's got him underneath there, and
well, Kensei's in a little bit of a bad spot right here, a bit of a pickle, as they say.
Yeah, he's looking off to the judge. He wants to make sure that they don't stop it, and
he's doing a good job of getting his hips up high, and
yes.
He's got his right leg over, so he's out of the guard of Espinoza, but you know, still, nonetheless, doesn't look very comfortable.
And Espinoza really right here is just holding on. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, you know, this is something that, man, we said it time and time again. Every time we see these guys fight, they would just get in and learn some things, because this is not what you need to be doing right now, because you're eating some big knees to the body right there.
You've got to let that go.
It's just such a natural instinct to hang on to that head, man, but you've got to let it go at some point.
And there it is. He got full mount again, pressed right up against the cage, exactly what they want.
The reason he got full mount is because Espinoza hung onto that head way too long.
Oh. You know what? It's got to be a bad feeling to be an opponent of the Mushin guys. I mean, they've studied you forward and backward, and they know everything you do, you know? It's like,
you're absolutely right. You're not going to sneak anything on him. You see right here an armbar attempt. Espinoza doing a good job of getting out of it, but man, that thing looked like it was on pretty tight.
He needs to get off to the side there. Just get out of there. But you know what? There he goes again.
Yeah, well, you've got it away once. I'm not so sure you're going to get away a second time here.
Oh, that's... man.
I don't even think a little late stepping in. I think Kensei just let it go.
He popped it.
All right, Daniel Grass checking his hairdo in some shiny reflective surface somewhere. Well, while that was going on.
Oh, Brian, look at them. They're so excited. This is a beautiful win for Kensei. And a good showing, too, against a very tough opponent.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a game opponent, no doubt about it. And I think Kensei, it's a matter of time before that kid, you know, he starts making some moves as well. He's just getting that experience, and the youngsters, they just don't get so much of it. But big smile. Well, that's kind of a big smile for Kensei.
Alpha.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
Wow, that bleed-out shirt has some real blood on it, too.
Yeah. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rod Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
I tell you what, that's not what you wanted. The armbar is definitely not what you were expecting. I mean, you got it all taped up tonight. How are you going to train to make sure that you get better when the armbar is going to happen?
Oh, well, I'm going to just keep training, so next time it's not going to happen.
So we're going to see you again pretty soon?
Of course, we're going to see me pretty soon.
Well, you know what the saying here is at Ultimate Combat. Tonight you were good, just not good enough. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to my brother and my girlfriend that she here, and all my family too. Thanks.
All right, man. Well, good job tonight. We'll see you soon.
Tyler Ayers Law Firm is a proud sponsor of the UCE. Call them for legal help at 255-5555.
Kensei, wow, what a great fight. I cannot believe how good you are. I mean, I've seen you fight before, but that was unbelievable. You are an animal. Tell me a little bit about this shirt. Is this blood part of this bleed out thing?
Well, it's from bleedout.com. The owner's Jason. Thank you for sponsoring me. It's over there. It kind of backfired on me today, but I'll make sure my opponent will bleed next time before I tap him out.
Well, you did that. You were very good at that. Obviously, you've got some good trainers here. Brandon and Brian, the best. Right here.
I'm not seeing them.
Yes. You got the best on your side. So what are your plans? What's next for you?
I would really like to do a kickboxing match next time, because I really want to do kickboxing, and that's what got me into martial arts.
All right, well, congratulations. Is there anyone that you need to thank?
I'll keep this short because it'll be too long if I name everyone, but I'd like to say thank you for bleedout.com for sponsoring me. Sensei Kaiser, Crew Brian Yamasaki, Kunku Bernals, Kunku Will, guys at Bernals Institute of Martial Art and the Mushin. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
I don't care how much we tell those Espinoza brothers that they got to get a ground game. they refuse. They just refuse to do it, and Kensei Sato once again shows them why they probably should.
Yeah, exactly. Kensei Sato training there with Mushin. Those guys just, I mean, they're so technical. They know exactly what they're going in when they go in for that game plan. And you know what? If you don't train, you're not going to win.
Wow. That's some pretty words to listen to right there. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. All right, it's time for your main event, and a guy that really is never short on words, and he's always ready for a party. Brought to you by Hangover tonight is Hank Weiss. Who's he fighting?
Oh, he's fighting Damian Nelson, another guy from Team Unbreakable, one of the top guys at 205, and he's excited to come in here and fight Hank Weiss.
All right, well, I'm going to start cracking open a few, so when this fight's over, somebody's going to have a hangover. Heavy or light heavyweight, no, it's Bart. It's your main event. Check it out.
I know that he's good on the ground. He's well known around the UCE.
No, I don't really have a plan. No, I'm just gonna let them lock me in the cage, and you know, like when he makes fists and swings at me, I'm trying to move my head before he can hit it, and then if I can, I will take that arm that he is swinging with, and I will try to bend it the wrong way that it's supposed to go, and that's what my plan is.
We've got some plans. We'll stick to them.
Oh man, I didn't think of anything awesome to say to him, you know? Like, smack talk is supposed to be like premeditated, you know? I mean, you train for a fight, you know what I mean? You got to train for the smack fight too. I haven't been training for that. Usually I think of something on the way up here, something slick, but I'm blank. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my trainer, Aaron Garcia, our sponsors, mostly Sequoia Motorsports, Brent and Justin. They're great guys. They take good care of us. I want to thank my wife. She supports us all, and all my team members. We train real hard, and we appreciate each other.
I definitely want to thank Czech City. They're awesome. Go down there and cash your checks. They'll cash Mike's checks even. They're a good deal. Thank my trainers. I thank Paul Tom. Thank my corner, Paul and Joe. And thank my wife. She's awesome. And you're motioning for me to thank her.
Let's have a good fight. Let's make a show for everybody.
That guy cracks me up, Tony.
Gotta love Czech City.
He didn't even have anything rehearsed, but he came in with some good stuff anyway. I'll tell you what, though, if you'd have seen Damian, I'm sure he'd have come up with some Farmer Tan jokes or something.
Oh, yeah. Damian Nelson, what a nice guy.
Hey, you know, I got to give this kid credit, first of all. I mean, Aaron Garcia doesn't really like to let his guys fight out of their guys that have more experience than them. But Damian said, you know what? I want this challenge. I want to fight Hank Weiss. Hank's the man in UCE, and I want to be the man in UCE.
Yeah, he did. And he's the guy, he's over there. We got Hank Weiss, what, at 205?
Yeah, believe it or not, Hank did make it to 205. He's 5'11", 205, and right now I guarantee Hank's letting him know all about that Farmer Tan he's got going on.
That's the one thing. Hank, get in your head just before the fight. You gotta love this guy.
He gets in your head, and then he gets. That was the other thing I saw on the internet when we were trying to line this matchup up. I said, you know, Hank, they're looking at footage of you, and they're thinking about taking the fight. He says, well, tell them to look at all the footage they want. I'll just do something different this time.
And he will.
That guy is just he's a funny kid, and he you know, he's just a guy that you think you got him hurt right there, and guess what, you don't.
And look at
Knock Dave Sutterstedt on his butt. Oh man, that's a classic moment right there.
Yeah.
You just never know which way Hank Weiss is gonna go.
No, this is so classic here. Hank baiting you in and making you feel good about what you're doing in the ring, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. And look at that. Running away. I mean, he's just so unorthodox. I mean, just running away, back turn.
He does. He gives you that false sense of security, like, okay, I'm in my rhythm now.
Hands
Here I go,
down.
pop, pop. And I did see, I can tell you got to go on YouTube and see it. Hank got knocked into next week by one guy that caught him doing this stuff. But doesn't happen very often. I'll tell you, more times than not, he's doing this, and he's making you look like a fool.
And then he ducks down, and he throws that wild punch, and we've seen him cold cock O'Connell with that, man.
Yeah, he did. Yep, he's done that.
And so you got to watch out. I mean, it could go any way, and you just have to be on your toes with Hank here.
You know, I'm pretty
Doing
impressed,
good.
though, with
nice.
Well, nice job. Nice work. Damian Nelson, though, he's been very patient right here. He's not trying to come in and do anything stupid. So he obviously has done a little bit of research on this kid.
You can hear Aaron Garcia saying, stick with the plan, stick with the plan. And
he's saying, what is the plan again? What am I supposed to do when this guy does this?
I'm just going to punch him in the face.
Those are some big shots. Damian Nelson starting to deliver now, and Hank seems to be slowing down just a little bit.
Dropping his arms. I mean, you don't see that. You never see this.
Hank's had over 50 fights. You know, and keep that in mind here. Damian Nelson's had less than 5, and Hank's had over 50. And it's just that he's so cagey. He's just so sneaky, so crafty. and you get that way by having 50 fights.
Oh, man, whenever you see this.
Well, that's trouble for Damian Nelson right
man.
there. Because Hank Weiss, that's one thing he does, is his submissions are solid. And, well, yeah, he's almost got his head out, but then again, almost quite not. I don't know.
He's farting this off. Look at that.
If he gets it off, I'll be very surprised. That's it right there, yeah. Hank just cinched it on a little bit tighter at the end there.
And he's out.
Well, Damian took a little nap. He tapped and then went night-night.
He fought that till he probably...
Yeah, well.
Wow.
Such a clown. I thought he was going to do a backflip, but we all know how that would have worked out.
Oh.
Well, you know, that's vintage Hank Weiss right there, man. I mean, lulled you in. You started throwing some stuff that, man, you were looking to take his head off, and that's when he hooked up your head and choked you out.
Well, Hank feels good about this one. I know we'll see Damian back.
Oh, I know Damian will be back, and I'm sure he'll be back with a vengeance. I feel sorry for his next opponent. Tyler Ayers Law Firm is a proud sponsor of the UCE. Call them for legal help at 255-5555.
I tell you what, that's a tough kid to fight. Being your third fight, I mean, he's light on his feet. You wanted that to stand up, did you not?
I did. I got away from what our plan was. Got in a bad position, and he capitalized on it. He's been around. He's got a lot of experience. I think I went to sleep there. I don't know. I don't remember a lot of it after we went down. So.
Well, it looks like just a little bit more training. I hope that we see you back really soon. The saying here is tonight you were good, not good enough. Is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Sequoia Motorsports, Brent and Justin. They're great guys. They take good care of us. I want to thank my wife. I love her a ton. She puts up with me doing this, being ornery. My kids, all my boys, they're not here. I want them to know I love them. My coach, Aaron Garcia, he's a great guy. Sorry I didn't stick to the plan, Coach. We'll do better next time.
All right, man. Well, we hope to see you real soon. It was a fun fight to watch. Good job tonight.
Thanks.
Hank, you broke the unbreakable winning streak tonight. Do you attribute that to your entry song?
I attribute that to magic powers. I couldn't hear the entry song.
It was your theme song, man.
It was, but music was a little bit low. You know, I really had a hard time getting fired up today. I don't know why. I've been out of town, so I haven't been in the training room. And today I really just wanted to get it done. You know, last time I fought, it was a guillotine choke, and I hate those, but I saw it this time and I was glad to take it. I didn't have the fire in me. You know, this guy come out, he's, you know, not a first timer, but close, and you get all the fans out there when it's your first time. This is like 55th or 6th fight, and you know, my wife and kids are here. It's not as hard to get fired up, so I just got it done. That's all I did today.
Well, you did a good job. You made it look easy like you usually do. What did you think about him as an opponent? I mean, did you think he was tough for you, or what were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I didn't know what to predict. I thought he would be a pretty tough athlete. I was a little bit on edge just about him, more so than other people that I don't really know of. But as far as the actual fight, I mean, he's a great athlete, but no, it wasn't tough at all. I was pretty lethargic, and I was going to give him that first round, just let him, you know, just rope the dope a little bit, and the choke was right in front of me, so we took it.
Well, congratulations, Hank. Good job as always. Is there anyone you want to thank? Maybe Czech City or something?
Heck yeah, I got to thank my wife and children first. This is the first time that they have been here to a fight. Sadie and Isaac, Jenny's been before. So I thank my family, of course, my corners, Paul, Tom, Eddie Pozinski filled in for Joe today. I thank him. And then, of course, Czech City, hold it up, hold it up. You got money troubles? Go down there, get a loan. They'll give you one. Hey, I want to thank Death and Glory Tattoos also down in Provo.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hank. It's nice to have your beautiful family here with you tonight. They're awesome. Got a chance to meet them today. So anyway, congratulations. We'll see you again real soon, I'm sure. And thanks for being a part of the experience as always.
Thank you very much.
All right, Hank the Vice Weiss, Hank V. Ice, Hank Lord Vice. I mean, whatever you want to call him, this kid seems to get it done no matter what. Damian Nelson, good-looking kid, came out, gave it a game effort, but Hank just too much for him.
Oh yeah, we all knew what he was going to do, and you know, I heard Damian tell his coach, "Oh, Aaron, I'm so sorry, I didn't listen to you," and he did his own thing, and
then now he's got a hangover. So hey, you got to go out and check out the movie, Warner Brothers' new film, The Hangover. And again, if you've seen the trailers, this looks like a great movie.
Yeah, and stay tuned. Come to visit our site, ultimatecombat.com. Go into the Smack Forum area where we post free tickets to weekly shows, to premieres every single week.
There you go. You've got the little code how to get those free tickets, so you want to check those out. Tony Saki, thank you so much. I'm Mike Stidham. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.